Calgary just clearing it out to center ice. Poplinski unable to pick it up there. And over the line comes Larmer on right wing. The shot, he scores! Coming down the left side, or Gilbert, excuse me. Chasing the puck, knocked it away from Natras. Gilbert centers, Savard shoots, he scores! Held in behind the net, here's Presley. Wayne Presley into Roenick. The centers and score! Thomas parked in front, cashes in the power play. Chicago leads 3-0. Took it to the corner, then lost it to Lube. Lube centers, there's Neuendijk with a shot. That missed the target. And Sutter backhands it out of play. And jostling here, Lube. In comes Neuendijk. They got a full-scale scuffle at the side of the Calgary, or the Chicago players' bench, rather, with the Blackhawks looking for Håkan Lube. He's not the smallest guy in the ice. Fleury has that honor. Lube is at 5'9". One of the 2 or 3 smaller players in this Calgary lineup. Lube picks it off the board. Larmer turns, it goes back to McGinnis. Into Lube, and he's had, he scores! 8 seconds left in the period as the Blackhawks are forced back in. Every ace, here's one toward the corner. Patterson gets to it, and that's going to do it. The referee's arm up in the air, and there'll be another penalty call right at the end of the period.
Fleury elbowed to where? To the left kneecap? The guy's only 5'5". Come on, Danny Morrell. What do you call it? Oh, he came up on him a little bit, though. All right, that's corrected.
His pass was blocked. Cleared up by Natras on to Lube's stick. Lube knocked down by Manson, who just stood there, and Lube skated into it.
Built-in motivational thing for Mike Keane. He didn't have to say that, but just put the newspaper on the bulletin board.
Here's Wayne Presley with a shot. The rebound is banged in. First save by Vernon, and then Trent Yanni, the defenseman in deep, has made it 4-1. And McCowan gives it to Natras. He shot it off Sutter, gets to it again, and Murray breaks up the play at center ice. Now McCowan follows through, just did get it into the Chicago zone, but it's being called back on an offside. And again, after the whistle, more pushing and shoving. Greg Gilbert and Roberts exchanging greetings. Tim Hunter there as well. And plays it behind the net. And Grimman pinching in. Presley takes a hit from Roberts, and there's going to be a penalty. Roberts taking Presley down. He went into him heavily. Gary Roberts getting a boarding penalty early in the third period.
That's a look at neighbor of our producer, John Shannon. I think John's going over to his house and say, take a run at him here, Gary. Get into this game.
Around behind the net. Loose now for Savard. Trying to put it in the slot. Vernon takes it at the side of the net. Then Roberts steps into Gilbert. Savard challenged back of the net as well. Chicago defense stays high. And now in comes McGill. In goes Yanni as well. McGill feeling that one of his teammates is getting pushed around too much for his liking. Talking with the Chicago coaching staff about who they would put in or take out of the lineup if, and a big if, of course, Doug Wilson were able to play. McGill's name came up, and they said, no, you know, he brings a lot of spirit, a lot of chatter, good man on the bench, kind of guy you like to have in a playoff game. Go back to the face-off in the Chicago zone a moment ago. Fleury and Savard.
Fleury again is a feisty little guy. You'll see him. He gave a guy a two-hander right there. This puck is going to evolve back into the deeper zone. He just gave Savard another one. Now he's got deep defensive zone coverage. He's got to pick up a man quick. Fighting with Gilbert down there. He just whacks him. And of course, he gets a little help. He'll start a lot of stuff, and then he'll draw a crowd, and everybody comes to his aid. Worry about when do you play that extra goalkeeper. You've got to get him in that series sometime. All of a sudden, the thing goes 6-7 games. Now you go to go to him, and he hasn't played. I think he'll do fine.
Here's Gilmore picking up a loose puck. Centered, Mullen right in. He shoots, he scores! You look at Adam Creighton at the Chicago bench. He is walking behind the bench toward the doorway that leads down through to the dressing room. And here's the reason why. The collision with McGinnis. Cross ice pass to Roberts. He puts it in the Chicago zone. That's offside as Otto is in a scuffle with Yanni. The play called. Beach ball now out on the ice. And the final score from The Olympic Saddledome is the Blackhawks 4 and the Calgary Flames 2.